From 5 Point Arena here at Ring 4, it's the UC Irvine Anteaters and the Cal State Fullerton Titans. Peter Gibbs on hand for you in this one. Puck drop, about to go. Here we are, underway. Titans control the initial draw. And Liam McKay plays it through the middle, trying to get it to Tristan Lamb. Happy to have you with us, folks, here on this beautiful Friday night as there's centering pass. That one broken up out in front. Anteaters and Titans here on senior night. Earlier pregame festivities featuring Justin Center as there's a big hit against Blake Millette. Big play by Brady Silverman up against the fence, and now we've got a penalty here and a whistle as Lamb got into it with Roark Sherry down below the bench. As we mentioned, the three seniors tonight that are being honored by the Titans in this home matchup between the two teams. Justin Center, Kyle Catania, as well as Andrew Francos. Those three making their senior night festivities, joined ringside by their family. As the officials for this evening's game just trying to figure out the situation on where the puck is going to be dropped. As here we go, back underway. Down along the near boards. Ethan Kwong will dump it down low and get it below the goal line. As his pocket picked by Andrew Francos, one of the seniors tonight, as we just mentioned, as the Titans look to break things out. Tristan Lamb, head of steam as he enters the offensive zone. Dangles with a forehand. Centering pass, that one! Broken up out in front and saved. Twice that time by Josh Rogers, the netminder for the Anteaters tonight. And that gives us a good chance to discuss the starting lineups for this evening's contest. For the Titans, they rolled out the starting line of Ezra Gale, Tristan Lamb, and Liam McKay, joined by Patrick Check and Blake Millette. In net tonight is Kat Reyes, making another start after coming off a split game at Honda Center against the Trojans from USC. Face-off draw one here by the Anteaters. That one goes off the pipe, and then it's covered up one more time by Rogers. As for the Anteaters squad tonight, led by head coach Alexander Voloshin, they come into tonight 5-5 and are going with Josh Rogers, as we mentioned, in net. A line pairing, rather the forward group of Mason Wang, Roark Sherry, the centerman, and Brady Silverman. As there's a snapshot, that one blocked off the shoulder, and then we got a whistle here for a hand pass, as getting leveled in the defensive zone that time was number 19, Tyler Featherman. So another face-off draw here. Justin Center will take it up against the alternate captain, Ethan Kwong. Draw one by the Titans, but it goes into the far zone, and it's going to be backhanded out near center ice. Still fighting for it as Jason Andalis comes away with the puck. Dumped in, and it'll go all the way down below the goal line. These two teams are facing off in back-to-back nights, a home-and-home situation, where the Titans get this one here Friday evening at Rink 4, and then tomorrow night over at Rink 1 at Great Park Ice, where the Anteaters will host the Titans. As we get a whistle here, and it's going to be a penalty coming up against the Titans. Jason Andalis, he's going to the box for 2 for tripping. So Andalis coming into tonight with only 14 penalty minutes total on the season. He'll be in the box for 2. And that'll lead to the first power play of the night going in favor of the Anteaters. Face-off draw, one by Irvine. They send one towards the net. That one caroms off behind the net of Reyes, centered out in front. Francos will clear it out. He gives it up to Liam McKay, who's just going to send one all the way down the ice. And Rogers will come out of his own crease to handle that puck. Anteaters, as I mentioned, 5-5 this year, but all of their offenses come through Brady Silverman. He's got positioning on the right side of the ice as they gift it off. There's a wrister save made out in front. Could have been blocked instead by Rondon. And the Anteaters go to work on the power play. Up top to the point. Long wrister, that one gloved by Reyes. And a save and a stoppage. So right now, out for Irvine, Ethan Kwong. Taking the draw right now is Rourke Sherry. Silverman's on the back wearing the 68 jersey tonight as we get a whistle here, and we'll reset things. Cedric Hume is out there as well on the right wing. And then holding the puck right now and sending down is Mason Wang. He'll play it back up to Kwong. Kwong plays it off to Silverman. Silverman a wrister. That one saved by Reyes. Down low, looking for Hume. Rourke, that is. Fighting for it down low with looks to be Ethan Hawks. Down low. Trying to get it short side, and it's covered up by Reyes. And a whistle here as we get tensions down low. And they're going at it briefly. Linesmen have to get in front and break things up. It looked like it was Hawks and Sherry that got into it quickly. And a power play here now. Once again, it will be a 5-on-3. Actually, it's double minors for both sides. So Hume goes to the box for 2 as well as Check. It'll still be, well, I'm not entirely sure what the call is. It's a 5-on-3 currently. Titans look like they're allowed to have one more on the ice. And they'll send out Rondon. So a 5-on-4 as we reset the power play. And a long wrister, that one broken out in front by Rondon. Silverman has the puck. He's scored 24 goals this season, so he's a dangerous player. As he turns it over here, Lamb gives it off to Pernal. He enters the zone. Trying for a power kill, as you will. Down a man. Gives it up, though, and now Pernal will be trailing the play. Long touch by Sherry. It's going to go all the way down, though, and Reyes will have to come out of her crease and get it out of harm's way. Francos, the senior, will wrist one around the boards and clear it out as the initial penalty to Andalis is about to end, and we'll be back to even strength momentarily. 10 seconds on that power play. Wrister towards the net. That one pillow save as it was sent off to the side. Kwong, he'll send one off to the left side. Shot, that one went off the net, and we're back to even strength as the Anteaters couldn't get anything there. Dueling minors still. That one will be coming up in just about a minute to both Hawks and Hume. Anteaters now up to Silverman. He whiffs on a shot there. Andalis out of the box, tries to get to it. Wrister off the skate of Francos, and now Kwong. He sends one cross ice. Shot, score! Brady Silverman one-times it into the back of the net, and just like that, the Anteaters are up. It's 1-0 early on in the first period. Just a bit of confusion from the Titans defense there. Andalis tried to poke one out of the zone, gets caught out of position, and then there's a lot of open space in the defensive zone for the Titans to try and cover. Going across the Royal Road was Kwong over to Silverman, and then a one-timer to the top shelf. And Brady Silverman's got his 25th of the season, and as I mentioned, it's 1-0. Irvine on top early on. Guy Pernal now, he'll play one back, as we have a newcomer in the lineup tonight for the Titans. It's Garrick Yamamoto wearing the 22 jersey in orange. As this one sent down low. Getting to it first and having a good stick lift was Robert Webster. Puck comes out into the far side, though, and Irvine tries to break it out. It's kept in, though, by Novo. Alex Novo, he'll get one off to Webster, who has that one shot a little wide off the glove. And now here's a one-on-one opportunity. Millette out of position, and good stick there by the newcomer, Blake Millette. He's had a good showing this season for the Titans, but keeping it alive down low is Odin Lundstem. Novo tries to chip it out. He does so, and it comes back into neutral ice as the Titans will go for a change. Lundstrom will just pitch one all the way down the length of the ice, where Michael Ip tries to pinch on the play. Centering pass broken up, and we have another whistle here and another penalty upcoming. This one going against the senior, Kyle Catania, as the dueling minors to Check and Hume are up. And the senior, yours, Kyle Catania, heads to the box. You see on your screen there, he's going to go to the box for 2. And another penalty that the Titans will have to try and kill off once more. Face-off draw, won by the Titans. Francos tries to chip it along the boards up top, where Kwong sets things up from the point. Trying to facilitate things. He gets it all the way to Silverman at the point. Long wrister, that one blocked off with the stick of Reyes. Chip down along the boards. And here's Kwong. Wrister down low for a pad save. Rebound opportunity. No goal still. And then on the rebound, they do get it in. A power play goal. It's 2-0 Anteaters. Under 6 minutes into this first period. Reyes made the initial pad save, kicked one out to the right where a rebound opportunity didn't cross the goal line, but then immediately after a scramble for it, Webster was diving at the goal line to try and stop one. Unable to do so. Novo got into it there as well, I believe, but it trickled along the goal line, and it's 2-0 early on for this Irvine squad, who's coming in trying to spoil senior night. Tristan Lamb, he gets it over to the right side to Ezra Gale. He'll enter the offensive zone with Liam McKay on the left. Gale goes around behind the net. He'll pull up and cross-ice pass over to Patrick Check. He tries to drive hard to the net. No call as he gets down there. Centering pass looking for Gale, but a good stick there from Irvine. Chipped up and over the glass. They're going to rule that one to be deflected over the boards. And so a stoppage once more. And both sides will go for a change. Rather, Irvine has to keep their skaters on the ice. Titans allowed to put on some fresh skaters. Shots are 6-4 in favor of Irvine. Most of that coming from their 2 power plays that they have gotten a lot of pressure from. Face-off draw from center. Yamamoto coughs one up. It's a sprint to the puck now. Franco's trying to get back. Yamamoto does as well. And a wrister, that one went over the top of the net. And out of play. Dangerous opportunities immediately for this Irvine squad. They've come in and they have punched the Titans in the face almost immediately. Face-off draw here. Center will be out there. He's on the 3rd line tonight. Rather, 2nd line. He's got Andalis to his left and Seth Gale to his right. Gale wearing the 13. He had the poke check there. As getting into some space is Kwong. He dishes one off now to Sherry. Up top to Kendrick. He gets it down low now. Titans wanting to try and get it out of the zone quicker. Yamamoto tries to poke one out of there. And now the Titans do come away with it. It's Andalis with Seth Gale on his right. Andalis tries to work towards the middle. Gale comes away with it briefly as the defensive pairing goes for a change for the Titans. And Chet comes out there with Rondon. Anteaters enter the zone. Centering pass chipped out. And Andalis looking for the middle for Gale for a little breakout pass. Unable to do so, and so the Titans regroup. Saucered over to Rondon now. He enters the zone. Played off the puck, though, by Kendrick. Good stick. Seth Gale now, below the goal line. Tries a short side below the goal line, and that one really didn't have much of a chance. Looking for a deflection off the back of Rogers, but couldn't get what he was looking for. Entering the zone now is Czech. He hasn't had a goal this season yet after having, I believe, over 5 in his early season last year. Trying to do something that time as there's a big hit by Andalis. He's out there for a while now as his line has gone for a change. Andalis still on the ice. as there's a penalty upcoming, and that one's going to be a tripping call, it looks like, against the Titans. 3 power plays immediately for the Anteaters. And certainly not what you want to see, as the Irvine bench loves it. Drawing penalties, 3-man advantages already. They're leading 2-0 and trying to strike earlier. It'll be Sherry versus Gale. Face-off draw, won by Irvine. They keep it at the point. Sauces one over to Silverman, who had that goal earlier on. We didn't see who had the second goal tonight, as no offside here. Titans wanted something. Liam McKay was hoping for a whistle, but nothing there as it's kept in. Referee gets in the way now as they play it over to the far side. Shot, that one's saved. It's loose up on top and kicked out and sent all the way down the ice. Liam McKay now in a sprint for it, as Rogers will get down there first out of his crease. He'll play one along the boards, and the Titans go for a quick change with Gale hopping off and Lamb hopping on. Driving hard to the net, trying to go backhand, and couldn't get it there with Silverman. Looking for a second goal, as this one will trickle all the way down, and Rogers will have to play it out of harm's way. About halfway through the first period, driving hard to the net comes Irvine. Shot, that one saved by Reyes. And with just over a minute to go on the man advantage for the Rondon penalty, the Anteaters will have another go in an offensive zone draw. It'll be Rourke Sherry with the face-off. Only 2 goals this season. As I mentioned, a lot of the offensive production has come from Brady Silverman this year for UCI. Here's a chance for a shorthanded opportunity. Lamb was unable to get the puck cleanly as he had a streaking Kai Pernal in open space. Silverman was caught lacking, but unable to find him. Long saucer backhand, and it's picked off by Hume. Working his way to the middle and picked off there by Pernal. Using a lot of the term picked off as the Super Bowl is coming up this weekend. But we're here on Great Park Ice, Rink 4, and we're glad to have you with us. Peter Gibbs on hand for Titan Hockey on YouTube. Turnover here. Lamb enters the zone, looking for some help as he tries to take it 1-on-3 and just played off the puck rather easily. Hard to take it 1-on-3 unless you're Connor McDavid. 15 seconds to go on the man advantage for the Anteaters, as this long clearance will likely do it for the Anteater penalty. Power play, I should say. One last gasp to get into the zone is Silverman, who handles it, trying to get it to his backhand. Power play has expired. And a saucer pass over to the far side. Seth Gale comes away with the puck, though. He gets it off to Andalis. A 1v1. Kwong behind the play. Andalis tries to go 5-hole, and it's covered. No whistle yet, and finally a whistle, as it's covered by Rogers. Second line hopping out there for the Titans, led by senior Justin Center. Good crowd on hand tonight. Titans wearing their orange jerseys, Anteaters wearing the whites with navy bottoms. As Dylan Butler handles that one as he tries to get it into some neutral zone space. No icing here as Center hard on the forecheck. Lays a big hit against Kendrick, going down hard behind the play. Miller enters the zone. Penalty upcoming once more, this time again against the Titans. It's Justin Center who will head to the box for 2, and a 4th power play for roughing this time. Looking around the crowd, the Titans faithful cannot believe what they're seeing so far. And if you're head coach Eric Bampenchow, you certainly are trying to figure out what works right now. Face-off draw, won by Irvine. They'll get a 4th opportunity with a man advantage. Long wrister, pad save, loose out in front. Whistle here. And with about 8:30 to go in this first period, it is 2-0 Anteaters. Titans have had 4 penalties. Got to stay out of the box if they have any chance of winning this one tonight. Long wrister pad save, and that's gloved by Reyes. Shots are 12-5 in favor of Irvine. It'll be Gale against Sherry once more. They'll do it again. Draw one by the Titans as they'll send one all the way along the boards and out. Liam McKay on the forecheck as Kwong gets it to Silverman, who looks to break things out. He dangles past Gale. And long wrister, that one went wide on the glove side of Reyes. Saucers one up to Hume. He'll try and take it himself. He's got open space. Pad save. Long wrister again, and Reyes might have gotten a piece of that second opportunity by Silverman. Down low. Shot again. That one off the pillow of Reyes. Kept alive, though, but sent all the way out by Irvine. Josh Rogers will handle it out of his crease. He'll send it along the boards with under a minute to go on the center penalty. Wang, he'll handle it below the goal line. He'll play it up to Kwong. And a long wrister. That one went wide, glove side of Reyes. Silverman now pressured by Lamb with 40 seconds to go on the power play. Irvine has had plenty of dangerous chance. Another pillow save. As Silverman dishes one down below the goal line to Hume. Cedric Hume, he'll play it along the boards, and Kwong is there to handle things. Wang now on the far side. He dishes it down low, looking for Sherry. He'll get it up to Wang. Wrister, that one saved again by Reyes. 10 seconds left on the power play. Long shot, score! Another power play goal for UC Irvine. They're up 3-0. Not a great start for the Titans on a night where they're trying to honor their 3 seniors. They go down 3-0. A lot of work to get back into this one, but plenty of game left. Face-off draw, won by Irvine. Novo and Pernal there. Webster comes away with it. He tries to chip it forward, but a good play there for Morizuka. Played up along the far boards. Through the middle as Pernal has that one trickle into neutral ice. Webster, though, will enter the offensive zone. Driving hard below the goal line, trying to wrap around, and that one off the pillow of Rogers. It gets shot up into the sky as Yamamoto lays a hit. And now, look out, a little 2-on-1 as Yamamoto gets to it first. Getting back on the play. A delayed offside here, and a whistle, and a stoppage in play with over 6 minutes to go in the first period. We didn't get the opportunity to necessarily set the stage. Last weekend, a really good weekend for the Titans, picking up 2 victories, one of which came from a forfeit against the University of San Diego. But the 2 big games of the weekend, a 12-10 victory against UC Santa Barbara here at Rink 4 last Friday, and just an electric game, both sides laying haymakers against each other. And ultimately the Titans coming up with the victory late in the third period. And then Sunday, not Santa Barbara, but Fullerton was able to head to Honda Center to take on USC. The Trojans and Titans playing a friendly matchup as the Trojans will begin playoffs this weekend. But USC taking the victory as it was played at Honda Center. A great game for both sides. Just trying to have a good experience as both sides had a lot of fun. I know I was there and enjoyed it myself, so a good overall game for both sides just to enjoy a mid-season bout. It's very rare that you get a chance to do something like that, so for a lot of players, their first game ever in a situation like that. And while the Trojans did come away with the victory, Both sides had a lot of fun, I can tell you that much. Face-off draw here. Long wrister gobbled up by Rogers. And we'll do it again. Second line out there for the Titans. Haven't had much going just yet. Justin Center with the draw up against Mason Wang. Excuse me, it's Lundstam instead. Long wrister, that one deflected off the stick of Kwong. And so we'll do another face-off from the same circle. Face-off draw, won by Irvine. They try to get into neutral ice. Long up ice pass from Kwong as Irvine enters the zone. Long wrister, glove save made by Reyes. It trickles into the far side. And Seth Gale will try and reverse play. A whistle here and a power play is going to come up for the Titans this time, as Irvine is going to head to the box for 2. It'll be Lundstam who draws the penalty. And so the Titans, their first time with the man advantage, trailing by 3. Coach Bampenchow will send out Lamb and Dawes. McKay out there as well. Ezra Gale and Patrick Check round out the 5 on the man advantage. Sherry, Weirich, as well as Wang. And the last penalty killer for the Anteaters out there is Cedric Hume. Those are the 4 on the ice for Irvine. Up ice pass for Andalis. Couldn't get enough on that one as it trickles all the way down into the near corner. Titans will look to regroup once more. Haven't had a lot of offensive zone face-off time, and they haven't had a lot of offensive zone time on top of that. Turnover here. Andalis, he's got Gale on the left. Andalis shoots. That one went wide. And it trickles all the way back out into neutral ice. Good wrister there, but just a bit off target. McKay, he'll enter the zone. Handles it himself. Plays one back for Ezra Gale. Gale tries to work it to the middle. Andalis looked to might have caught a stick up high, but no whistle here. He's down on the far near side, rather, and he's going to head to the box as it looked like he's got an issue that needs to be taken care of. Center hops on the ice for him. Check. And Center sticks one down, as Andalis on the bench gets looked at by the trainer. Lamb now handles it below the goal line. Reverses play with Check. He'll play it down for Gale with 25 seconds left on the power play. Down towards the middle looking for a redirect. That one went wide. McKay now handles it on the far side. On his strong hand, the lefty plays it down for Center. Center tries to get it to a cutting Lamb. Lamb up to McKay. Can't get enough on that one, but he keeps it in the zone. McKay, centering pass, and Check couldn't get enough on it. Still kept in, though. Lamb handles it as the power play has expired. We're back to even strength. Gale now tries to get it to the middle. Glove save made by Rogers. It's kept in still, though, as Lamb handles it below the goal line. In that far corner, Center. And finally, getting a bit of space, but not out still. Tired skaters on the ice for Irvine. As going for a change is Check. Long wrister, that one blockered away by Rogers. Through the middle it goes, and Lamb had that one deflected out in front. Still setting up at Gretzky's office. He'll get it over to Center now. Through the middle and nobody home. And finally getting out into neutral ice and getting a chance to go for a change is Irvine. Titans had a lot of good looks there on that power play. Just couldn't get enough on net and find some empty space behind the body of Rogers. We are under 2 minutes to go in this first period. 3-0 your score. UCI on top of Cal State Fullerton. This one chipped in by Francos as Butler will play it through neutral ice. He goes down. No whistle here, though. as entering the zone, but coughing it up to Yamamoto. It's not cleared yet, though, as Morizuka centers one towards the middle, and that one played off the stick of Miller, and Seth Gale will play it up ice. He's got Robert Webster, who gets it off to Perinal. He'll send one down and just try and get it towards the goal. Go for a forecheck. He gets a piece of this one, and a good stick lift, but it comes out. A little 2-on-1 developing. Ramirez on the left. Miller handles it here. Shot! That one, pillow saved to the side by Reyes. Another one down to the goalie, and she'll freeze the puck. As taking exception to a late whistle is Francos. And we're going to get a whistle here, and Francos is going to go to the box. Taking exception to perhaps some snow kicked up in front of Reyes from Anthony Ramirez, and now all three seniors for the Titans have been in the box tonight. Not exactly what you're expecting from senior night. Regardless, another power play late in the first period for the Anteaters. Face-off draw, won by Irvine. They set up once again. They play it down low for Wang. Same 5 out there versus the same 4 for the Titans, except Hawks is replacing Francos. Playing it along the Royal Road. Silverman gets it down low to Wang. Shot that one, saved by Reyes, and it comes to the far corner. Kwong. Long wrister looking for a redirect out in front. Bodies flying everywhere, and it caroms into neutral ice. 30 seconds to go in this first period. As this one chips into the offensive zone of the Titans. Ezra Gale perhaps trying to go 1-on-4. And shorthanded as well. He tries the center one, that one blocked out in front, and finally coming away with it is Irvine. 10 seconds left on the clock. They'll be keen just to kill things off here and not give up a late goal to the Titans. As time expires, that will do it for the first period. Shots were 19-9. Most of that coming from 5 power plays that the Anteaters had, and they lead this one after one frame, 3-0. Not a great start for the Titans, but plenty of hockey left to go. We'll have to wait and see if Jason Andalis returns to the ice. But we're going to step aside as we head to the intermission. Actually, as we wait for that, both sides are still trying to see as they're going to trickle to the locker rooms, and now they are heading to their respective sides. So, once again, that's going to be it for the first period. We will return after this brief intermission. You're watching Titan Ice Hockey on YouTube. We welcome you back. You're watching Titan Ice Hockey here on YouTube. Second period about to get underway. And as you see on your screen, it'll be the continuation of a UC Irvine power play after Andrew Francos went to the box for 2 minutes to end that first period. He'll have half of his penalty to serve as we begin the second frame. Your score is 3-0 Irvine on top of Fullerton. Peter Gibbs on hand for you in this one. Glad to have you with us on this Friday night. It's senior night here. As here we go, about to get underway once more in the second period. Face-off draw, won by Irvine. And Brady Silverman, who had a goal early in that first frame, will send it up ice to Sherry. Rondon will try and send one out, and it does come out. And here's a 2-on-none. Ezra Gale, Liam McKay on the right, and a good poke from behind was Kwong. Gale was looking up, did not sense the back check coming at him. And Ethan Kwong with an excellent job. And then a bit of a reverse hit against his number 7 counterpart. "20 seconds left on the Francos penalty. As a wrister, that one blocked by the shins of Rondon. Gale now, who has seen a lot of time on the PK. 6 penalties in that first period for the Titans. And one power play that they saw. A Michigan attempt from Silverman. My goodness, what an attempt. And Reyes was up to the task, but that just shows the skill of Brady Silverman and the ability to attempt that in a 3-0 game in just the first part of the second period is remarkable in my books. Power play has expired. Francos is out of the box, so we're back to even strength. And the second line was center out there. Irvine wins the draw, though. And Dawes, who's back on the ice after taking an errant stick to the face late in that first period, he's back out there. Turnover. Irvine trying to send one towards the net, and a collision down low with Ramirez and Francos colliding out in front of Reyes' crease. Andalis backhands one over to center, who enters the zone. He has that one poked away, though, but Andalis keeps it in the O zone. Centering, and that one, trying to get a piece of it, was Gale. Seth Gale couldn't get it home, though. Miller will send one towards the boards. It's kicked out, though, by Millette, using all of his wingspan to keep that one from going down to the boards. Backhand opportunity. It's loose out in front. Gale tries a backhander, and then he takes a stick to the face, and a delayed penalty upcoming against Irvine. Long wrister, that one, off the top of the crossbar, and we're going to get a stoppage here, and a power play upcoming, the second one of the night for the Titans. So Butler will head to the box for 2. It's a roughing penalty out in front of Rogers' net. And another face-off upcoming for Tristan Lamb. He wins it cleanly, back to Liam McKay. Looking for a Royal Road pass, and Czech was unable to get that one cleanly. Behind the goal line is Lamb. He looks to set things up. Coming to his aid is Gale. He'll give it back over to Lamb, though. And Lamb plays it off for a one-timer from McKay at the point. Looking for a redirect out in front with Andalis then in the net front. Another one-timer looking for another redirect going down low. And this one will trickle out for a delayed offside as the Titans have to get back into the neutral ice. Lamb plays it off to Andalis, back to Lamb. He takes one up to Gale at the point. Plays it down low. Lamb looks for a backhand centering pass. It's loose out in front. And a one-timer, that one clapped by Gale, and it's blocked out in front once more. McKay is able to handle this as we're about a minute left on the power play for the Titans. Lots of good looks here on this first power play opportunity for Fullerton. Czech drives hard to the net. Handles it still. Gets it off to Gale. Gale whiffs on the cross-ice pass. Handles it, though, down low for Lamb. Back over to Gale. He went through the wickets. Trying to find Lamb or Andalis that time instead, but Lamb comes through and keeps it in possession. Working his way through the middle. McKay now up top. 30 seconds left on the power play. Andalis with a shot. That one kicked away. This one played off the body of Gale. McKay will handle it at the point. He resets. Gives it to Andalis. Back to McKay. On his backhand, he plays it over to Check. Check towards the middle. That one pad save. Gale with 5 seconds trickling off on the power play. Gale behind the net. Power play is over. We're back to even strength. Cross-ice pass. Clap bomb from Gale, and it's blocked out in front. And now springing him loose. Here's Silverman. One-on-one with McKay. McKay, a little wraparound move. Silverman, centering pass over to Wang, and now settling things down in the offensive zone. That one off the pipe as a wide open Sherry out in front of the net. Rowark Sherry had a chance to make it a 4-goal lead for the Anteaters. Instead, it's still alive in the O-zone, but Fullerton staving off another dangerous threat. Lamb now. He kept in by Morizuka, and now through the middle come the Titans. A little 3-on-2 developing. And Dallas on the left. He's got McKay to the right, and Lamb plays back for him. Lamb now. One-timer, and he missed the net. McKay had a lot of open space. One-timer again off the pipe. A whistle here as the net comes dislodged. 2 golden opportunities for the Titans. McKay whiffed on the open net. And then another chance for Lamb on the opposite side. He wasn't able to put it home either. And it stays a 3-goal lead. Center wins the draw cleanly. Rondon with a long drive. That one off the stick and out of play from Rogers. Coming into this one, Josh Rogers, he's 3-1 on this season, and he's saving about 85% of his shots. So far, faced 19 of them tonight, and he's made every save that he's had come his way. Fullerton, another draw. This one wristed over the body and over the crossbar, and now through the neutral ice. Rondon over to center, who just plays along the boards, looking for somebody to go after it. Rogers, he's trying to get it up ice, looking for Ip. And Michael Ip does a good job to lift the stick of Seth Gale, and now he'll break it himself. Rondon handles it in his defensive zone, plays it along the boards, and Seth Gale can't handle it cleanly, so it comes out where Irvine will play it through the middle. Francos now chips one up ice, looking for center, as about 6 minutes has gone by in the second frame. That one wristed wide past Reyes. Rondon plays it around the boards where Charles Wirich is in waiting. He gives it up though, and here comes Paranal with a head of steam. He enters the zone. He's got Gale to his left. He wrists one, he scores! Kai Paranal! Out of nowhere, he gives the Titans their first goal of the night. It's 3-1. Just a random wrister from Paranal. He puts it past Rogers, who I don't think he saw where that puck was. And so the Titans, they're on the board. It's 3-1. Face-off draw. As we regroup, Nova was in the offensive zone. He had blown a tire, so having to dump it down is Fullerton. Excellent goal there from Paranal, as he's the first Titan to score tonight. That's an unassisted goal from him. Centering pass down in front. Reyes didn't know where it was, and it's kept below the goal line. Good defense there on the back check. Millette, he'll chip one down, losing an edge for just a moment. is Hume, but he's able to clear it out of harm's way. And now Check, he'll saucer one along the far boards. Entering the zone now is Silverman. He's got a head of steam. He tries to dangle. He's on his forehand. He goes backhand, and that one sticked out and kept out of the net. Long wrister glove save, and Reyes handles things there. She'll slow it down. Brady Silverman has been doing it all tonight, folks. Didn't have it there, but he's got a goal attempt to the Michigan and had an opportunity to go backhand top shelf. Just couldn't get enough on it, as this good back check from, I believe, Patrick Check. Face-off draw, won by Irvine, sticked away by Reyes. And McKay will handle it along the boards. Lamb chips it up. This one goes off the boards in front of the bench area. And now Irvine with a couple forecheckers out in front. It's off this blade of Gale. Lamb couldn't get to it though. And Mirich now below the goal line. Another double forecheck, I'd say. Lamb and Gale heavy on the forecheck there. This one sent all the way down. No icing though, as it went off the body of Kwong. Francos needing some assistance. He'll get it up to Seth Gale. Ezra Gale, I should say. Liam McKay now. He's got Yamamoto behind him. McKay with a shot. That one off the glove. And iced by Rogers. Good dangle that time from McKay. Got past one defender. Might have wanted to look for a cutting Yamamoto, but a good wrister that time to try and go top corner, glove side. Just couldn't get it over the top of Rogers' left hand. Face-off draw, won by Irvine, as Butler plays along the boards. Miller through the middle, big hit. Going down is Ramirez. And the Titan bench loves that one. Lamb now, he enters with a head of steam. Plays it to his backhand, Butler's there with a good stick. And coming away with it is Liam McKay. He plays one along the boards. Ethan Hawks will send it down low behind the goal line. Lamb now handles it down in his offensive zone. Comes away with it. Looking for a centering pass. Gale out in front. McKay with a chance. It's loose out in front, and it's not in the net. 3 opportunities for the Titans. Nothing happening once more as the Irvine defense just collapsed in front of the crease area once Rogers got out of position. Shots are 23-21 in favor of Irvine. Now they get a turnover here, but a good stick by Hawks to get back in play as Miller came away with it initially. Silverman. And a big hit from Czech to dislodge the leading goal scorer for the Anteaters squad. Through the middle is Center now. He enters the offensive zone. Tries to dangle to his backhand, and he'll handle it still. Chips one short side, and Rondon handles it. He'll send one back all the way around. Ezra Gale now, as it looks as if Coach Bampenchow has switched up some of the lines. Center and Ezra Gale out there for the Titans. This one kept in, but now chipped out as here's Silverman. Big hit from Gale as things are getting chippy. Once again, these two teams playing a back-to-back, a home and home. Both games will be here at Great Park Ice. This one tonight at Rink 4, tomorrow's at Rink 1. Rogers sticks to that one, and Dawes now sends one towards the net, and freezing the puck is Josh Rogers. (3-1) your score. Anteaters scoring all 3 of theirs in the first period. Titans getting one back off a wild wrister from Kai Paranal, which the goalie just never saw. As Center will take the draw. He'll lose it this time, as Mirich will send it along the boards. Through the middle, and Dawes now backhands one towards the net. A delayed penalty upcoming. Titans will have a man advantage, and that one is frozen. And so another power play upcoming for the Titans. Exactly 10 minutes remaining as Rourke Sherry heads to the box for 2. And the Titans on the man advantage once more, their third of the night. Haven't had a goal yet with the man advantage. They'll look to make it a one-goal game and get on the board on this power play. Face-off draw. Won by Irvine, but McKay keeps it in. He plays it to the middle. Indalis with a snapshot right out in front of the crease area. And the Titans look to regroup. McKay down low for Check. Patrick Check, we mentioned, hasn't had a goal this season. Looking for his first. Gale sauces one to McKay. Heavy pressure up top near the point area as Check handles it on the near side. He plays it down behind the goal line off the skate of the ref, but Gale handles it cleanly. As he plays one down the Lamb. Cutting hard to the net now is Gale. He works to the middle, and that one is cleared out into neutral ice as Check was fighting hard for it, and Wang was able to clear it for the Anteaters. Gale re-enters. Possesses the puck, cuts back to the middle. Andalis now shoots one high over the crossbar. A minute to go on this man advantage for the Titans. Couple dangerous chances, nothing yet in the back of the net. Liam McKay with a head of steam. Long wrister looking for a redirect. It goes wide. Andalis now over to Ezra Gale. He backhands one down for Andalis. Over the Royal Road. Long wrister, that one off the body as Lamb was looking to send it home. Good job getting in front of it that time from Mirich, who takes exception to Lamb, and the two jaw at each other as the second power play unit out there, or at least Seth Gale hopping on to replace Tristan Lamb. Liam McKay plays it up to Check. Check down to McKay. McKay working towards the middle. Cross-ice pass looking for Ezra Gale. Ezra plays it with his brother Seth net front. Ezra over to McKay. He plays it back up to the point for Andalis, who sends one high. As the power play comes to an expiration, the one last chance, that one kicks up into the netting. And with 1 second remaining, the Titans will get an offensive zone draw with the man advantage. You have to be careful here, though, because if you lose this draw, springing out of the box would be Sherry. And that is what Rondon will do. He's out at center ice. Second line out for Fullerton. Face-off draw. Power play comes to an expiration, but it's kept in by Francos. He sends it along the boards down for Seth Gale. Cutting hard is Perinal. Couldn't find him. And it trickles all the way down behind the net of Reyes. Up ice pass looking for Perinal, but it's kept in by Sherry, who came out of the box moments ago. Rondon through the middle. This could be an icing, and it will, our first of the night. So with 7:34 remaining in this second period, shots are now 25-23 in favor of Fullerton, and most of the shots coming from Irvine off of their power plays. They've had 6 of them tonight. Once again, second line out there. It'll be center against Anthony Ramirez. Face-off draw, won by Fullerton, and Seth Gale will handle it on near side. He plays it behind the goal line. He's played off of the puck by Ramirez, but this one not out of the offensive zone just yet. It's still getting chippy between the two sides. And that one kicked off the skate of the referee, who was in the way of the play. Miller now. Cam Miller trying to find Featherman. And a whistle here as Reyes freezes the puck, I should say. And once more, some after whistle shenanigans. Seth Gale having words with the referee, who is trying to keep things in check. Speaking of check, the pairing of Patrick Check and Yamamoto back on the ice as the fourth line I should say, of Catania is out there for the Titans. 7 minutes to go in this second period. Save made by Reyes. It trickles out, and Sherry will keep it in the offensive zone. Novo comes to aid his centerman Catania. Long wrister looking for a redirect. And another one sent towards the middle of the ice. Yamamoto now backhands one all the way for Novo, but unable to get it to him. Alex Novo, the Bay Area native, he plays one down towards the net of Rogers. And now with a head of steam, here comes Irvine. Sherry, long wrister, that one frozen once more by Reyes with under 6:30 to go in this second period. Some quick changes once again for both teams. Coach Volishin and Bampenchow for their respective sides, sending out new skaters. It'll be Lunstam versus Lamb. Face-off draw, won by Irvine. Millette gets to it, and Lamb pokes one away. He'll come up into the neutral zone and weave his way through. No offside here. He tries to play one back for McKay. McKay does handle it. He goes down after a hit that time from Sherry. Jonathan Sherry, I should say. The two Sherry brothers on this Irvine squad. It's down into that far corner. Coming away with it, though, is Ezra Gale. He backhands one towards the middle, and Francos will chip it along. Millette unable to get there, and here's a 2-on-1 developing. Kwong with a shot. Glove saved by Reyes, flashing the leather. So far in this second period, Kat Reyes has been up to the task. As it'll be Tristan Lamb once more on the draw. Face-off won by Irvine. They get it up to the blue line, and this one's sent towards the middle. It's still kept in. Long wrister, another glove saved by Reyes. And it's chipped along the far side. Now here comes Fullerton. A 2v2 developing. It's McKay and Lamb. Two electric players for this Fullerton side. As a centering pass looking for Gale. It's kept in by Rondon. And now look out. A 2-on-1 again. Perhaps a 4v2. As that one wristed on the backhand. And then sent short side as Reyes is up to the task once more. McKay once again. Through the middle he goes. Working hard to the net. Tries to go forehand. And he's upended. No whistle. As he was tripped up. Long clapper. That one off the side of the net. Rondon teed one up. Or rather, I believe it was Lamb who may have teed it up. And now Michael Ip will enter the offensive zone for UCI. Long wrister, gloved down by Reyes, and she'll choose to just freeze the puck with 4:49 remaining in this second period. Lots of action here in the second frame. It's been a good one for you. We're glad to have you with us. Peter Gibbs on hand. You're watching Titan Ice Hockey on YouTube. It's senior night here at Rink 4 and 5 Point Arena. 3 seniors for this Titan squad. Andrew Francos, yours Kyle Catania, and Justin Center, who takes that draw for the Titans. 3 of them being recognized early on this in the pregame festivities, I should say. This one tried to be cleared by Francos, but it's kept in, and now Brady Silverman once more handles the puck. He works backhand, forehand shot. It's sent into the sky and off the netting, so another whistle. Center once more against Sherry. Rourke Sherry, both setting up for the backhand. It's won by Irvine. Silverman plays it down for Sherry, and he dangles his way back over to the far corner. Sherry up to the blue line. That one sticked away by Reyes as it was sent down by Butler. Wang now sends one to the far corner where Francos is there. He's been defending Silverman all night. And Dulles enters the offensive zone. Behind the goal line he goes. One hand protects the puck. The other staves off Weirich. Coming to his aid is Seth Gale. Francos on the chip. He gets dangled by Silverman. A 3v2 developing. Silverman with Weirich on his left. He shoots that one off the stick of Center, who was hard on the back check. Went down onto his body to make sure he got a piece of that. Weirich over to Wang, down in the near corner. And this one will trickle all the way out as we're under 3.5 to go. Irvine resets. Butler for Weirich. Through the middle, it's picked off by Andalis. He enters the offensive zone. Long wrister went wide. Center tries to get to it first. It trickles into neutral ice. Novo hard on the forecheck, as is Paranal, as the fourth line comes out here. Bit of a hybrid between the third and fourth. Millette up against Silverman, who's been on the ice for a while now, at least 2 minutes on this shift. He plays on his forehand. Wrist one towards the net. It went off the body of, I believe, Lundstam, who is being defended net front by Catania. This one played into the far corner as Catania and Millette are down there. Paranal chips it along the boards, and springing forward is Novo. A race for it between him and Kendrick. As is Murazaka. Through the middle, Paranal trying for his second. He was out in front. Now here's Check. Check to the middle, looking for a redirect. Loose out in front, diving save by Rogers. He got a piece of it and kept it out. Through the middle, here's Paranal. Backhands one off the pillow. Big hit by Catania. Crowd loving that one, as is the bench. But now, through the neutral ice, as things settle down again, Silverman lays a hit on Novo, and Paranal trying to get it through the middle. He's unable to do so. And Kwong enters the zone. Mason Kwong, good dangle past Paranal. He's behind the goal line with 1:45 left in this second period. Kwong at the blue line. It trickles not out. Linesman says it's still in. Titan bench does not like the call. Kwong, it's cleared. Not cleared exactly, but able to handle it cleanly was Check. And finally, Patrick Check will enter the offensive zone. He dangles. Here's a chance for his first of the year. It's off the pillow left side. Went for the glove side angle, trying to go cross body. Another save by Rogers. Now here's Yamamoto, a one-timer, the new defenseman. It's loose out in front. Scramble for it as Rogers is down on the ice. He resets. It's in! Garrick Yamamoto, his first of the year. And the Titans are back within one. That's gotta feel good for the newcomer. Fighting hard, trying to get it in, and finally is able to poke it past Rogers. It's a one-goal game. Willpower and effort, that's what I would call that goal from Yamamoto. The newcomer has done a great job at least making his presence known in this game tonight. And he gets on the score sheet in what I believe to be his first game, at least since I've been here on home ice. McKay over to Lamb. Titans trailing by one. They'll try and tie things up as there's a cross-ice pass looking for McKay. Another one-timer, loose out in front, and looking for a deflection for Lamb. Yamamoto, who scored the goal, going for an assist, and he'll go for a change. Ezra Gale in that far corner. Coming away with it is Irvine. They'll just dump one through the middle ice. Under 30 seconds remaining, shots are 31 all. Up ice pass. Lamb gets it to Gale. No icing here, or no offsides, I should say. It's kept in still by Gale. He's got McKay, who tries to keep it in, unable to do so, as sprawling on the ice is Gale. He's slow to get up and finally is able to. This one sent all the way down, and that will do it for the second period. Fireworks on both sides. A lot of action between these two teams. As we head to the second intermission, it's 3-2. UC Irvine, they are leading by one. Shots once again, 31-31. Both sides and both goalkeepers keeping their teams in it. And we'll have a final 20 minutes to go when we return. But don't go anywhere. We're heading to the second intermission. You're watching Titan Ice Hockey live on YouTube. 1 period to go. 3-2 your score here from Rink 4 at Great Park Ice and 5 Point Arena. Hello everybody, once again Peter Gibbs on hand for you. That second period was all Cal State Fullerton after the first saw the Anteaters score all 3 of their goals. So what does the third have in store for us tonight? Both these two teams really want to get this victory, specifically the Titans, for their senior night. But if you're Irvine, trying to spoil the festivities for the Titans and perhaps sweep the weekend series, since both these two teams face each other once more tomorrow night on Rink 1 with Irvine as the designated home team. Kat Reyes in net for the Titans. She's had a really good second period, struggled a bit at times in the first, but also 6 penalties is going to be a tough one to kind of come back from, no matter who you are. Meanwhile, for Josh Rogers with UC Irvine, really good first period, struggled a bit at times in the second, especially that first goal from Kai Perinal, where it was just a random wrister. Here we go, third period underway as Irvine wins the draw. Wang will play it in as Gale chips it back to himself along the boards. Good stick, though, by Sherry, and it's over there by the blue line and trickles out into neutral ice. Tristan Lamb, he'll saucer one over for McKay, and this one played back towards the net of Reyes, where Czech will have to come and aid from any issues. Millette now, he'll enter the offensive zone as the defenseman. He dumps one down low, and Lamb will get to it first. Defended by Butler, centering pass out in front, backhanded, and that one went wide. Out into the far corner now. Tristan Lamb down there, as well as Sherry. And it comes all the way around where Patrick Czech hangs up. He throws one towards the net. Millette one-timer. And it's in! Redirected in. Tristan Lamb gets that one to trickle over the shoulder of Rogers, and we are tied. Go figure, you send one towards the net and good things happen. Millette wound one up, just threw it towards the crease area, and that one redirected home. It's 3-3, and we have a brand new game. That's what the Titans have been needing. And now here's Justin Center. The senior throws one towards the net. Pillow save made by Rogers. Titans coming out of this third period really strong. And if they can stay out of the box in this third frame, as that one is frozen, no whistle here is going down hard behind the play. Hard to tell exactly who it is who went down. It appears to be Lundstrom. Odin Lundstrom, the Park City native from Utah, looks to be all right as he went crashing down into the boards. Face-off draw, we'll do it again. This one tied up and won by Fullerton as Francos plays it below the goal line. He chips it along the boards to Seth Gale. Through the middle, it goes off the skate, it looked like, of Kwong. And now Yamamoto takes a hit from Lundstrom. Those two will have to keep an eye out. Looked like Lundstrom took the first hit where he went down near the far corner, and now he lays one back to Garrick Yamamoto, who's the newcomer. He has a goal tonight. From the defense position, no less. He lays another hit and has some words for Lundstrom. The two going at it once more. And we're going to have a whistle here. And the referee wants to stop things before they get any further. Yamamoto will go to the box, as will Lundstrom, and it's going to be a 4-on-4. You could tell the two of them were just going at it left and right. And finally, the referee having enough of it and wanting to settle things down. We'll have to keep an eye out. They're now chalking to each other in the box, chirping back and forth. Keep an eye out for that matchup the rest of the night. So now a 4-on-4. It'll be Ezra Gale against Mason Wang. And the officiating crew just making sure that we put the 2 minutes on the scoreboard here at Rink 4. And we are good to go. Face-off draw, won by Irvine. It's played to Silverman out in front of the crease. And saucering one over to the right side for McKay. Here is Liam McKay. He pulls up, and he plays one off to Ezra Gale. Gale has Rondon behind him. He'll take it below the goal line. Check out there as well. Gale dives hard to his backhand. He has that one poked away by Wang, but it's kept alive by McKay. And now here's Check. One-timer. That one over the crossbar. Initially unsure where it went, but it went into the netting above the boards, and so a stoppage here. There will be a forehand face-off for Ezra Gale up against Sherry. Face-off draw, won by Fullerton as Rondon chips it along the boards, but not far enough. Here's now Kwong, as Ethan Kwong, I should say, gets a centering pass looking for Sherry on the left side. That one sticked away by Check, and it's a race to the puck. Weirich got to it first before McKay, and Ezra Gale, with a minute left on the 4-on-4, will play it off for McKay. Liam McKay weaves his way through neutral ice, enters the zone. He's got on his forehand shot. That one blocked away by Rogers. Francos now down there. And it's played behind the goal line for Gale. Gale. Ezra Gale. McKay still out there. Check and Francos. Gale diving hard to the net. He pulls back up. And he'll play one off to McKay. One-timer, that one. Pillowed away by Rogers. And now Check with a head of steam. Wrist one off the pipe. Rebound whiffed on by Gale. And now springing the other way, but pulling up is Sherry. Through the neutral zone. 10 seconds to go on this 4v4. Here's Weirich diving hard to the net. Good poke there. And a stick lift from Check as well. Gale, Francos, and Check have been out there for at least 2 minutes as we're back to even strength. It's 5v5. Long up ice pass over to the far side. Ezra Gale plays one back for Seth. Seth dangles his way through. Tristan Lamb tried to go 5-hole. And I can't even keep up with the action right now, folks. It is all over the place as we are not even 5 minutes into the third period. One goal already from Tristan Lamb as he redirected one home and within the first minute of play here in this third frame. He loses that draw, though, as Butler plays it off. Seth Gale, though, through the middle. One-timer and a save made by Rogers. And Dawes was trying to one-time that one blocker side. And a good job by Rogers to get enough of it and to corral that puck. So we'll do it again, this time from the far circle. Backhand face-off won by Lamb as Andalis plays it for Tristan. Lamb pulls up. Pressured by Wang. Trying to get it to the middle, and Silverman picks his pocket. Sauces one up, and springing loose is Wang. It's going to come all the way down. No icing here, as getting to it first was Wang. He's looking to the middle. Wrist one short side, and Seth Gale tries to get it to the middle. He loses his glove, and Andalis now will enter the offensive zone. He's got Lamb to his left. Toe drag towards the middle. Tries to get it past the poke check of Rogers, and now Lamb in the near corner. Silverman and Lamb. It's chipped in by Check. Andalis down to the middle. Over for Seth Gale. Trying a centering pass, but a little condensed down by the goal line. Check keeps it in. Plays it for Andalis. Tries to send one over for Lamb. Backhands one down into the near corner. Played hard down low between Hume, Cedric Hume, Lamb, and Andalis coming to the rescue. Silverman's down there. He gives a little bump, and it's still loose. finally coming away with it is Silverman. 14.5 to go in regulation. If we're still tied, we'll go to 5-on-5, or 5 minutes of 3-on-3 overtime, I should say. Entering the zone now. Here's Silverman. Good poke from Czech. And so from the first period, when Irvine had all the momentum and Silverman really driving play, they have not had it as much as now center. Hard on the forecheck. Good stick lift there off of Wirich. Into the far corner. Tying up is Butler and center. Silverman trying to get away with it. Center and Wirich go down behind the play. No whistle here as center still on the ground. Wirich up onto his skates. Hawks, Czech, and Wang all fighting for that one down by the goal line. Center gets back to it. He'll wrist one all the way around and keeping it in, but losing it now. Here's Czech. It's a 1-on-2 developing. He goes back and he scores! Patrick Czech, his first of the season, and a beauty backhand it was. And for the first time tonight, Fullerton has the lead. It's 4-3. Just a misplay that time from Morozuka. He tried to pinch the puck, wasn't able to get enough of it and keep it in the offensive zone, and then springing forward all by himself was Czech. He had Perrinall behind him, but he takes it himself, goes strong to the net, and backhands one past the poke check of Rogers. So with that, first lead of the night for this Fullerton squad. Coming back though is Miller. He wrists one through the legs, and now a scrum behind the play after Reyes had frozen the puck, but cooler heads will prevail. That has to feel good if you're Patrick Czech. He was the top point getter through the beginning of 2024, but really after he suffered his lower back injury last season after crashing hard into the boards against CSUN, was unable to come back in the spring season last year. And so this season, he's played 14 games but just hasn't had a goal. Finally gets on the board, and that has to feel good to get it off his back. Another misplay again. Morozuka unable to handle that one. And now, through the neutral zone, it's a fight for the puck. This one sent all the way down to Reyes. She'll stick it into her glove and freeze play once more. 12:45 remaining in regulation. Shots are 40-34 in favor of Cal State Fullerton. Both sides go for a change, and this is our time to remind you that both these two teams will be back at it tomorrow at Rink 1 here at Great Park Ice. It'll be Irvine, the home team. That game starts at 8:30. Face-off draw, won by Fullerton. Only 2 games remaining for this Cal State Fullerton squad. The Titans will be back once again tomorrow, and then their final home game of the season and final game in general of the regular season will be at Rink 1 on the 21st of February. That game will start around the same time as tonight's, as we have a whistle here and a delayed penalty. Wrister off the crossbar and out of play, and we'll get a stoppage as Rondon will look to go to the box for what I believe to be a tripping call. Another penalty against the Titans, their 7th of the night, and the 6th power play for Irvine. A chance to get things back as they want to call a timeout, it looks like. No, excuse me, I misread the sign from the referee. And so it will be a 4-minute power play for this Irvine squad. So, 4 minutes of power play time for the Anteaters to try and tie this one back up. Silverman in the neutral zone. Titans will have to be aggressive on their penalty kill for the next few minutes. Wang Sends one towards the net. This one loose out in front of Reyes, and she covers the puck to stop play. No changes for Fullerton or Irvine. They like who they both have out there for their respective teams. It'll be Lamb against Sherry. A whistle here and a stoppage before the face-off draw, as the near linesman did not like what he saw on the far side of the circle. Face-off won by Fullerton, but it's kept in. Lamb along the boards, fighting for it with Wang. Big hit there from Hawks against Sherry, and finally sent along the boards, but kept in by Kwong. Ethan Kwong plays it over for Silverman, who can't get enough on that, and so he'll look to regroup. Sauces one back to Kwong. Down low for Wang. Shoots one. That one's saved by Reyes again. If you're Irvine, you got to score here. You're not going to get many more great opportunities like the one you have at this current moment, especially with the way Kat Reyes has played since the beginning of the second period. She's been excellent since giving up 3 goals in the first frame. And on the other side, Rogers has done a good job of keeping his team in it, had a lot of dangerous chances, but certainly might want a couple back, especially that wrister from Paranol, which got the scoring start for the Titans. Up to that point, it was all Irvine, as Rogers comes out of his crease to play that one, and Lamb will get to it first. He'll keep it in the offensive zone. Driving hard to the net, trying to kill off even more precious time, and they'll just play things back for Check. Check now. With under 3 to go, he'll saucer one towards the middle, and McKay will enter the zone. Short-handed, he dekes past Silverman and is below the goal line. He pulls up, doesn't really have much help, but he's able to kill off even more precious seconds. As now, Irvine looks to break things out with the man advantage. They enter the offensive zone. Here's Wang. Good stick by Check as Wang blew a tire. And Dawes now on the ice, and Yamamoto. It's played up and kept in by Sherry, but now cleared out, and here's Andalis. He sprung loose. Lamb to Andalis, one on the goalkeeper. He goes backhand and misses the net wide. If it was a crisper pass from Lamb, he might have had a chance, as Silverman loses his stick, and the first 2 minutes are up on this 4-minute power play for Irvine. Fullerton could have had a shorthanded one to give them a 2-goal edge, but Andalis unable to put it home. Silverman now, through the middle, looking for Wirich, but a good stick lift. Now up to the point. Kwong, that one had it blocked by Lamb out in front. Wang to the middle for Hume. Trying to get it to Silverman, but whiffed on it as well, and now Lamb will clear it. And 3 new penalty killers for the Titans with 90 seconds left on this power play for the Anteaters, trailing by 1. Hume, Cedric Hume, through the middle. He chips it along the boards for Silverman, who has been out there for this entire power play. Along the boards now and out. Even more time coming off. Silverman dangles to his backhand, pulls up, and he'll redirect. Cross eyes over the Royal Road. Save made by Reyes. Silverman keeps it in his zone, plays it off for Kwong. Ethan Kwong, one-timer from Silverman, he missed it wide. A lot of juice on that one. Kwong dangles his way down, it's loose out in front. Reyes with a pad save and clears it out. And then she draws one, and a whistle as she's down behind the play. Hawks getting into it, having words now with what looks to be Lundstam. No penalty called, but a whistle and a delay here after Reyes went down hard, just protecting the goalkeeper. 35 seconds remaining on this man advantage after a 4-minute penalty that was given to Rondon. It'll be Ramirez against Seth Gale, and Gale wins that one. Yamamoto sends one out, and he'll kill off even more time. 8:40 to go in regulation. 20 seconds remaining or so on the power play. Last chance effort for Irvine. They play it up to Featherman, who gets it into the zone. Delayed offside, though, and so Fullerton can kill off even more time. Now they have a head of steam as Czech, who had that last goal to give his team the lead. He gets it on his forehand, goes backhand, works it to the middle. Gale couldn't get enough. Yamamoto now, long wrister, he scores! No, they wave it off! They wave it off! There was a long wrister from Yamamoto, and the referee down there waved it off immediately. Looked to be goalie interference, the call, as the power play expired. And the Titan bench cannot believe it. Neither can Seth Gale. The referee and the linesman now are going to determine that it's going to be a neutral zone face-off. And no goal. So what could have been a 2-goal lead twice with a disadvantage for the Titans. Instead, it's still a 1-goal edge as Justin Center, the alternate captain, just trying to figure out what the call is as he heads back to the bench. Rather, no, he'll take this draw. .8:14 to go in regulation. We resume play here. Silverman's still on the ice for Irvine. I can't believe the stamina this kid has. Played one back for Sherry. That one off the pipe and no goal. It was a wrister from Sherry, and now here comes Fullerton the other way. Gale trying to get it to McKay. Centers one back towards the middle. And Liam McKay pulls up. Centers one over for Czech. It's kept in by McKay. He has it on his backhand. Pulls up as the Titans go for a defensive change. Czech. Saucers one, but he gives it up to Silverman. 2-on-1 developing. Millette with a 2-on-1. Here's Silverman. He gets it poked away. Now back for Weirich. Shot. They score! Charles Weirich, he gets his 5th of the season, and he ties things up at 4. Just a misplay by the Titans. Czech trying to find the play to mail it as he was entering play, but he coughs one up. A really heads-up play from Silverman, who sprung that one, created the 2-on-1 2-on-1 rush, and then to clean things up behind it was Weirich. So we have a brand new game once more with under 7:30 to go in regulation and overtime looming. Shots are 41 all as Ezra Gale pulls up. He centers one for Lamb. He scores! Tristan Lamb comes right back and gives Fullerton the lead. It's 5-4. Sometimes all it takes is just holding on to the puck for those extra couple seconds. Ezra Gale did an excellent job of just waiting, letting the play develop, and then Lamb dove hard from the blue line, had wide open space in front of the crease, and nets one past Rogers to give his team the lead with 7 minutes to go. Ezra Gale, saucer pass towards the middle, and now Irvine. Once again, Silverman, toe drag shot. It's loose, and Reyes now will freeze the puck. My goodness, it has been a fun one here at Rink 4 tonight, folks. Hope you're enjoying it. Peter Gibbs on hand for you. You're watching Titan Hockey on YouTube. And what a way to end it for these seniors on Rink 4. All 3 of them have taken penalties, funnily enough, but they've also all contributed on both the offensive and defensive side of things tonight. Face-off draw won by Fullerton. Rondon plays along the boards, but it's kept in by Irvine. Now Tristan Lamb. Weirich and Lamb, the two 21s going at it in the far corner. Ezra Gale has that one tipped out in front. It's loose, centering pass, Wang with a shot. Good block by Lamb, it's still loose out in front. And finally cleared out of harm's way momentarily. Wang once again. Long wrister short side, blocked away by Reyes. But kept in still by Irvine. Weirich now centers one, looking for Silverman. It was tipped out in front and not cleared yet. Up along the near boards. Rondon plays it for Check. Check along the boards looking for Gale. Weirich sends one towards the net, and it comes into the near side once more. Now, here's Fullerton with Lamb. He sauces one up ice, and it's a race to the puck between Butler and Andalis. Andalis comes away with it. He centers one for Gale, who has that one blocked by Weirich, and now springing Silverman forward. It's a one-on-one again. Coming out of the crease is Reyes. Way out of position, and takes away the angle. Bodies flying everywhere. A delayed penalty and a call here as tensions are going all over the place. My goodness. The crowd is loving it tonight. The benches are having fun here as well. And Sherry will head to the box for two for what looks to be interference. It is rare that we see Kat Reyes come out of her net as much as we did there. Usually likes to stay home and play what comes to her, but instead really aggressive on that play, and I think it paid off. High risk, high reward, and keeps it a one-goal game. And then a good job by the defense as well. It looked to be, I believe, Rondon, who was back to get the attacking Wang, who was trailing the play. Here's Gale now with a power play for Fullerton. 5 minutes to go, 90 seconds to go on the man advantage. Gale pulls up, down low for Lamb. He wants to reverse things back and try it a different way. Over to McKay now at the point. Center and Seth Gale out in front of the net. Long wrister from Lamb, that one turned aside. Seth Gale behind the goal line. He'll just play it along the boards and try and keep things alive. Gale to Gale. As Seth handles it now, Ezra on his left. One-timer for McKay, tipped out in front by Lamb. He tried a second deflection, and then Gale, Seth Gale, diving to try and keep it in the O-zone, but instead it finally trickles out, and McKay will try and break things once more. Weaving his way through. Silverman with an interception. That's the word I'm looking for. Football and hockey both being played this weekend, and I'm getting my terms confused. Now over to the right side for Ezra Gale. Through the middle he goes. He's got Perinal and Andalis. He's finds Andalis. Wrister, that one blocked. Outfried by Kendrick. Silverman comes to the rescue. He's played over probably 30 minutes to this point, has Brady Silverman. Has to be getting gassed at this rate. 10 seconds left on the power play, under 4 minutes to go in regulation. McKay will try and just work it into the O-zone, but instead it's sent back and off the skate of the linesman, it looked like, from my vantage point. Power play is over with under 3:20 remaining. Check. He'll handle it in his defensive zone with Sherry on the forecheck. Plays it across the boards for Perinal, and now here's Webster. Haven't called his name much since the first period. He's getting some time now. And Dallas enters the O-zone. He cuts to the middle. And Dallas weaves and shoots that one into the body of Rogers. Under 3 to go. Crunch time for both teams. Fullerton wanting a win on senior night. Irvine trying to spoil the festivities. Glad to have you with us, Peter Gibbs on hand. It's been a very fun back and forth game. Hope you're enjoying yourself on this Friday evening. Face-off draw, it'll be center on his backhand, and it looks to be Lundstrom. Wrister off the draw, and Lamb had that one turned aside from the pillows of Rogers. Here's Sherry. Jonathan Sherry enters the zone. Plays one out for Weirish. That one looking for a tip out in front or a redirect, perhaps. But Reyes covers it cleanly. And so we'll do it again, this time from the Irvine offensive zone. The fans are into it now. You can see them at the very top of your screen, hanging on the glass. It's Lamb who wins the draw off the tie-up, and he comes away with it through the neutral zone. He backhands one to center, who enters the offensive zone. Long wrister, and that one cleanly saved with the glove of Rogers. 2:31. That's what we have remaining in this one. At this point, it comes down to your top two lines. You'll rarely see as many players from the third line. We just saw the third pairing of Paranol, Webster, and Novo. But this is going to be the top two lines, the top six forwards for both sides the rest of the way. Silverman's back out there for Irvine. I have to give my props to Brady Silverman. He has been playing pretty much 2/3 of this game as Sherry pulls up. Through the middle it goes. Wang wrists one towards the net and saved by Reyes. So it'll be Rourke Sherry to take the draw for the Anteaters. He'll have Silverman to his right, Kendrick and Hume in the back, and off to his left is Mason Wang. Meanwhile, it'll be Ezra Gale with the backhand draw for the Titans. Face-off won by Sherry. Down on a knee is both McKay and Check, and keeping it in the zone is Sherry. Rourke Sherry, backhand one towards the net, sprawling loose, and Reyes covers it again. 2:01 to go. Timeout from Irvine. They want to talk things over as head coach Alexander Volishin wants to make sure that not only is Silverman going to get a rest, a much needed rest, but also just to make sure that his top grouping is ready to go off the draw. .201 remaining. Shots are 49-46 in favor of the Anteaters right now. And once again, to wrap up this 25-26 season for the Titans, they'll be back tomorrow here at Great Park Ice as the road team. That game going to be on Rink 1 against UCI once more. That game scheduled to start at 8:45. Then the Titans, they'll be back against Long Beach State on the 21st, so 2 weeks from tomorrow, and that game set to start at Rink 1 at 8:45. Both sides have talked things over. See the Titans heading back to their defensive zone. Reyes has played excellently since the first period. Irvine wanting to get one back. We'll have to keep an eye out for Rogers as well, as it looks like he will actually go to the bench. So, an empty net for Irvine, as you see briefly on your screen. And a face-off draw won by the Anteaters. As play resumes behind the back of the net. Centering pass out in front and a good stick lift. This one sent towards the net. If it's in, it's the empty netter. Instead, it's icing with 1:39 remaining. Late game dramatics here at Rink 4 here at 5 Point Arena at Great Park Ice. It'll be Rourke Sherry and Tristan Lamb, a defensive face-off setting for the Titans with 4 attackers on the left for Irvine. Wang will play it behind the net. Ezra Gale has his pocket picked. It's loose out in front, going for the empty net, but that one off the hand of Hume. as Francos wanted it, and we have a whistle for a hand pass with 1:23 remaining. So that will most likely send the netminder back into his crease as Rogers will head back, as it is a neutral zone faceoff. Then we'll have to keep an eye out for when he heads back to the bench. Lamb loses that one to Silverman. And there goes Rogers back to the bench, the extra attacker out for the Anteaters. Francos plays it along the boards and out into neutral ice, where Weirich handles it in his defensive zone. He plays it off for Silverman, who looks to attack. Gets one up to Kwong. Kwong now through the middle, off the skate of Silverman, and then one thrown towards the net by Sherry. It's kept alive, no whistle here. Under a minute remaining. It's loose in the near corner, and coming away with it is Silverman. That one off the skate of McKay, doing all he can to lock up Brady Silverman. Down below the goal line, Kwong. Usually the defenseman, now on the offensive side. One of their better attackers as well. In that near corner, 30 seconds to go. Loose and into the neutral ice, so it'll be a regrouping for Irvine. Perhaps one last chance, but McKay gets to it first. Here's Lamb for the empty netter, and he whiffs on it. That may come back to bite the Titans. We'll have to find out. Silverman now, he plays it with 12 seconds, enters the offensive zone, getting pressured hard. Lamb gets it, he tries to clear it, and does so with 6, 5. Entering the zone, Hume off to Kwong, one last shot. And that'll do it, the buzzer sounds, and the Titans have won it on senior night. Final score tonight, 5-4. What a win for this Titans squad to come down after falling behind 3-0 and a great victory on senior night. What a way to end it for Rink 4. For not just the regular season, but for the final time for these seniors. Final handshakes going down, and just an excellent performance from this Titans squad to come back into it and finally pull away to get a 5-4 victory. For Irvine, they'll have to regroup quickly as they come back tomorrow to host Fullerton at Rink 1. We've been mentioning it all night. Expected to be Rogers once more in net, most likely against Connor Acevedo for the Titans. As you see on your screen, Fullerton getting ready for their final celebrations at center ice. Final handshakes going to the officiating crew. Well done from them just to control things. And some stick taps for the crowd that made it out tonight. Once again, a come-from-behind victory for Cal State Fullerton after trailing 3-0 in the first period. And a back-and-forth game through the third. They are victorious by a final score of 5-4. So, for the final time here at Rink 4 this season, that's going to end it for all of us here at Titan Hockey. It's been a pleasure from Rink 4. We have one last game for you on the 21st. That game will be on Rink 1. I'll be on the call for you in a couple weeks. From all of us here at Titan Hockey, as we see on your screen there, the seniors getting one last hurrah. Yours, Cal Catania, heading to the locker room and leaving the rink for one last victory here at Rink 4. I'm Peter Gibbs saying so long from Great Park Ice here in Irvine. Final score, 5-4, Titans on top of the Anteaters. You can catch all the Fullerton games on YouTube. This one will be archived after the stream ends. Thank you for watching Titan Hockey on YouTube. Enjoy the rest of your Friday nights.